you're ready for action. I hope you're ready for action. I hope you're ready for. I hope you're ready for action.
They must be building a log cabin over there. So just prepping tonight's dish. What is that, Ben? It's roast beef, is it?
Sirloin.
Chopped up sirloin, green peppers, onions. Looks so good. Just got the pan going there. Then get a bit of heat on the old fingers.
Yeah,
It's cold out night, isn't it? Like that north wind.
fucking freezing.
Toasty in here. Smells good. Already. I'm actually surprised the heat that wee stove gives off. Crazy, isn't it? It's actually too powerful for this tent. It's a very cold night in the Low Mournes, but we're expecting, what would I say, -2 later on.
-2 to -5.
-2 to -5. So Ben, as you all know, is single, 35, Sagittarius, and his grinder profile is Big Ben. Was that after the big clock in London? Oh, big cock. Oh, right, no, gotcha. Sorry.
Ben Dover. Ben Dover.
Ben Dover. Benjamin Dover. Only joking, Ben is extremely heterosexual and likes the ladies. It didn't take that long to come up, did it?
Yeah.
There's the wolf at the door.
He smells the food.
He smells the food. Can't really pick him up. Shine your head torch on him there. There he is. Imagine waking up and looking out. Juno, hey pup, come here. Hey big pup. It's also a big shout out to my big boy, my eldest, who's now in Australia, living in Australia. Yes, Graham, you might be sweating your arse off over there in the heat there in the summer in Australia. So we're nice and warm here in the smoky hut. Also a shout out to my other son in Edinburgh. I think they're trying to tell me one's on the other side of the world, one's in Edinburgh. Anyway, hope you're doing well, lads. Big shout out to both of you. Another shout out to a guy who regularly sponsors the channel, Dave Welchbayo. Welchbayo, your support is greatly appreciated, as is the support of all subscribers. So it's a new fledgling channel, just trying to get it off the ground. So if you like this sort of thing, subscribe, and sure, you never know, we might do something that you might like. We have quite a diverse array of subjects, usually on the bushcrafting genre, of course. The tent I'm in tonight, I don't know if I mentioned earlier, is the One Tigris. I think I did mention. Did I mention it earlier? Didn't I? I think I did mention it. Yeah, I'm always a bit wary of reviews from guys who are given free stuff. Although having said that, there's one guy who got the tent given to him, Paul Mesner, is one of my subscriptions. He's a pretty sound bloke, and if he says it's cack, it's cack. If he says it's good, it's good. And he said it was good, so I went ahead and bought it. And I must say I'm very impressed with it. Had it out in the garden last night for the first time as a wee bit of a test. There was a bit of a rain shower. Had to make the stove jack, actually. Maybe you can pick that up there. The actual flue, the chimney here, is absolutely roast. You can't roll it. You'll take your fingerprints off. But I made the stove jack just out of silicone baking tray, or baking sheet. A bit of Velcro, stuck it around the aperture where there is a window. Seems to do a job. I mean, the fabric, it's warm, but it's not hot. The pipe, the actual silicone stuff is, I wouldn't say overly hot, but it's quite hot. As long as it keeps it away from the sides of the tent. Oh, geez, that's starting to smell good. So I'll maybe go up, we noticed when we were setting up camp, we set up in the dark, so there was limited amount of filming. So once we get set up, we were Baltic. Got the fire going there, got a bit of heat in there. Tells everyone to have some evening meal. A few beers, a couple of whiskies, and a few tales by the campfire. But as I say, we noticed a couple of torches coming down off the mountains. There was a couple of folk camping out on the Mournes. They've set up camp in the tree line beside us. They've set up a couple of tarps and whatnot there. So we'll go over and have a wee chat, introduce ourselves, see how they're getting on. Sure. We have a visiting wolf. More coming off the mountain, is there? Or is it just another UFO?
Something that blew away. Hey,
An awful lot of UFOs around here. We got abducted one year, remember the year we got probed? Wasn't too nice. Nobody believes us, mind you.
that was a good year.
Like I said, Big Ben, grinder. Where would you get it? Oh, there's a secret recipe. Keep that away, we don't want everybody getting it. Does that add the Mexican element to the dish? What is it?
Smoky bacon. Smoked bacon sauce.
Smoked bacon sauce. Sounds good to me. That's starting to smell really scrumptious. Oh my word.
A bit scarce on the meat.
Yeah, Ben forgot to bring Juno's dog food, so we had to sacrifice one of our steaks for the dog. So the steak that we seen getting cooked up earlier was for the dog. They come first. As they should be.
Right, how the fuck am I going to do this? Oven gloves here.
I'm gloves in asbestos suit.
Shit.
Oh hey. I'm liking the style here, Ben. I'm liking the style.
So you got something different every time you come away with me.
Oh yes. Beat your wayfarers boiling the bag any day.
You got a plate? You got a plate there?
No. Why would I bring a plate? Looks absolutely delicious. Smells absolutely delicious. A little drop of red wine to accompany it, I think. I just spill it all over the place. There we go. And tonight it's the Yellowtail Jammy Red Roux. An Australian one. There you go, Graham. Cheers, everybody. Oh, you know, it doesn't really have to be boiling the bags or pot noodles, or you can be a little adventurous. Like so, tortilla wraps, sirloin steak, chopped up. What's that sauce? Like a sort of a Mexican hot sauce.
Smoky bacon.
Smoky bacon, Mexican sauce, green peppers, onions, cheese. What sort of cheese? Cheddar? Parmesan?
Just a bog standard cheddar.
That is delicious. Oh. I don't even need as good as that in the house. Well, I do tell lies, she's very good. You get nice wee textures of that cheese. You get nice sort of a hint of the cheese, not overpowering, like, you know, just get that nice twang. So when you were turning the plate upside down, it was basically just to seal it.
It's just your two wraps there. You want the bottom one at the top, so
Yeah.
it's just a cook one. The bottom one, then turn it over. They're very filling as well, like for all they are.
What's that?
I'm saying they're very filling for all it is.
What they are. I'm glad Juno got one of the steaks. What time do you think we'll get to the top of the mountains at tonight?
Oh,
About 3 hours. 3 hours.
radio me down and let me know when you reach the top.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what time it is.
We'll check the weather before we go up. Be on the safe side. That's now you don't get burnt on your big header. It's too warm in here for you.
Yep, you
He's wanting to see if you've left anything, but sorry Juno, that's a no. It was all scuffed.
food one of them in the house, but
I tell you, that was very filling. So now it's time for dessert. Ben says it was a surprise. So he's just put a little tinfoil dish down there. He's put in milk chocolate buttons and white chocolate buttons that are starting to melt. I'm intrigued. Does this have a name, or is you just winging this?
this is called
Ebony and ivory chocolate.
dip your
Wick.
large marshmallow into the chocolate.
Oh my goodness gracious me, marshmallows. Dipping it. That's rather novel. You come up with this yourself?
I did. Made the own tray and everything myself.
It's actually so warm in here I've actually taken the jacket off. I'm actually naked, that's why I'm not on camera. I'll take the chocolate there. Oh, you nab one of them myself. Partial a wee bit of white chocolate. Oh, just burnt my arm. Very good. So dessert after that absolutely sumptuous feast for dinner is one of Ben's own recipes, is white chocolate buttons and dark chocolate buttons melting on the stove, and we're going to dip marshmallows into it. Excellent. Great stuff. Here we have the marshmallows ready for the dipping. There's that chocolate coming on. Starting to melt nicely. Oh, get a wee bit of light on the subject. Where are we? Oh, there. A bit of light, get a bit of angle going on here. That's what happens when you're 3 parts to the wind. Lovely melted chocolate. Not one choice of chocolates, but deux. Chocolat.
Could all become one bicep.
Rather sticky, sumptuous looking mess. Are those bushcraft marshmallows?
They are, they came from the
Bushcraft supply shop?
marshmallow tree just over there.
Marshmallow trees, yes, we get a lot of them around these parts. Roasting the
Pink or white?
Oh, I'll go for a pink one. Let's give them a little roast at the fire.
Dip your chocolate there and start to burn.
Just a matter of minutes, did you bring any toilet paper with you tonight? Looks kind of messy, but my goodness. So we've set up our own camp, as I showed you around earlier. And we noticed a couple of stragglers coming off the hills. And lo and behold, they have set up camp here just on the tree line. And I'm speaking to Rob, I don't know if you can see him there, and Louise.
Hello.
Rob is actually a bushcraft instructor with Falcon Bushcraft based in Downpatrick, which is good to know, so we'll get a few tips off Rob maybe later. Freebies, of course, yeah?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
As you can see, they have the fire reflector up. Oh, they've built themselves a really nice little place here tonight. Where are you keeping down?
So over here, like,
Oh
we're
my
just
goodness,
sort of
yes.
like a triangle, really. So I'm sort of in that bit there. I'm not really big on the hammock
That's very
Sort of
cosy, very
sleeping,
cozy.
you know, I used to sleep in hammocks a lot in
Yeah,
South America and that when we was over there.
yeah.
You kind of have to, but here I quite like just a normal sleeping mat
It's a
really.
great wee setup, so it is. It's a really good. You would know you were in the bushcraft big time, like, you know.
Yeah. Well, you can see the
Look,
seats.
look at the seat, look at the bench. He's
Let's have
just
a-
rustled that up there 20 minutes ago. Excellent,
I know,
excellent.
I know.
I suppose you're sitting on an old stone, Louise, are you?
I'm sitting on the logs you give us.
Oh, you haven't used them yet. Excellent, excellent. Yeah.
I keep trying to get her to shimmy over, but yeah. What can I say?
Oh, excellent. We were down here this time, roughly about this time last year. That was the night I was telling you earlier about, the really, really Baltic night. It wasn't a cloud in the sky, it was frozen. And we've seen these lights coming down from the Mournes, and they started getting closer and closer. It was these two guys that come down.
Yeah.
Seen the fire, we had a big campfire going. It says, oh, we just come down here, we don't want to go any further. Can we bum a coffee off you? Sit down, boys. You can have more than a coffee.
Brilliant. You always meet people here. Like we
Yeah.
I mean, I've had occasions where I've been on my own. Usually, I'd probably, you know, come out here on a weekday.
Yes,
Because weekends is sort of prime time working. So this is sort of like the first weekend. Because I was working in the Black Forest actually, teaching.
Excellent, excellent. Beautiful part over there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very sort of very old, you know, for bushcraft and sort of outdoor wilderness skills. It's great. We work with a hotel over there, and they run a training program.
That's awesome.
Basically,
Hey, Charlie.
he changes when other people are around. You know, like kids do.
He becomes very good, doesn't he? Well behaved.
I don't know. Like he has this thing where he jumps up. You know.
When we get you in the light, Charlie. Where are you going?
There he is.
You must smell Juno off me. You've noticed
Yeah,
the wolf down there?
Yes, the big dog.
How's he coping?
He just he's great at camp. He just curls up and goes to sleep. He's really, really good. And if there's anything untoward, it's never been really anything untoward, but he's always, you know, a rabbit or a hare or a fox or something like that there. He's usually up.
They're hunters, aren't they? My friend's got 4, or he had 4. He lost 2. What was that? Recently, they got out. They got out. No, it was this year.
Was it?
And they killed like
My goodness.
I don't know, like 30, 40 sheep or something.
Oh my goodness.
So the farmer, you know, shot them both.
Oh
But,
dear. That's sad, that,
yeah,
isn't
yeah.
it? Like, what do you do?
well, you know, he understood the farmer had to do what he had to do, you know.
Yeah.
But,
I keep sheep myself, but I must say now we don't have any problems with stray dogs. I'm in Hillsborough now, and no, we've never had. I tell you the problem we do have is every year there's the hunt goes through, right?
oh yeah.
Charlie, get down.
And no, he's fine. Oh gosh, no, he's fine. They do not give one iota about anybody's property or land or whether sheep are in lamb or anything.
Oh,
And the dogs are running around, and I stood out one time, me and another couple of neighbours, we stood out with placards, you know, hunt not wanted on this road.
yeah.
And they don't care, they're tramping through fields, wrecking hedges, they're
Yeah.
just disgraceful, so they're. The worrying thing is that, you know, with the sheep, you know,
Yeah.
the dogs in, now they're not chasing the sheep, I'll give them that, but the sheep don't know that, they just run
Yeah, they're-
Right.
blind panic and frightened, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, I'll tell you, if you ever want to come and do a video at I've got a TP, it's permanent camp.
Oh,
So if you wanna,
yes, that would be class.
If you get in touch,
yeah.
any time you want to come by, there's 900 acres to play with. There's a lake.
Oh my goodness, that sounds awesome.
There's a lake there. You know, I take people. You know, and you can do a little video there. I'll show you the
Absolutely.
camp. There's.
Oh yeah,
I've
yeah.
got a big lean-to shelter. I've just extended them. I've got it's like a rhododendron bush. It's massive, and you go in, and then I've tarped it out,
Oh,
and then
my
there's
goodness.
a fire pit in there.
Oh my goodness,
Then
that
I've-
sounds awesome.
I've got like an outdoor kitchen, the teepee, and then the outdoor sort of. But
Oh,
yeah,
excuse
you'd
me.
you'd really
How would I get? Are you?
Have you a business card with you? You
I
probably don't.
don't, not on me now. If you go
Just
onto,
Falcon bushcraft. You're online anyway.
yeah, it's Falcon.
Falcon Outdoors.
It's
Falcon Outdoors.
Um,
I'll be in touch, Rob. No doubt about that.
Falcon
It is
Outdoors.
beautiful there. It's really good.
It's easy to find. It's
Yeah.
Finnebrook Woods after the business park, basically.
You're a friendly wee chap.
He
if-
is.
Yeah, you just like us on Facebook, on
Yeah,
Instagram,
friendly
and that as
chap.
well.
You are a friendly wee chap.
It's really good for the Astro there as well, actually,
Is it?
because it's Forest Lake, and then there's fields because they breed like Dexter
Yes.
there. So I've got a camp, and then it backs out to a big wild field. So you've got like a big open space to go out.
That sounds
at
awesome,
night,
Rob.
yeah.
That sounds absolutely. I definitely will take you up on that there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
100%
Even
take
if you
up on
want to, like, you know, for people that are sort of in a similar trade, like
Yeah.
I will organise camps for free, so you can
That's
come
awesome. Yes.
and just join
I mean,
in.
Ben there, he's very conscientious about his bushcraft and his wild camping and this,
Yeah.
that, and the other. As you know, as most who are genuinely into it, you know, like yourself and whatnot. And I think it's something at the end of the day has to be promoted. I think because there's not that many. There's people doing it, but there's not that many doing it.
I know.
You know, they're all on their bloody video machines, and kids are losing out. You know, their
I know. I mean,
whole
that's
childhoods
what
have been
that's what we
lost to
try and do.
Nintendo and PlayStation. You know what I mean?
I mean, I've got the scout. I teach scouts and Duke of Edinburgh's and that as well.
Perfect. That's
So
brilliant.
'Cause
That's amazing, Rob.
20 scouts coming this
20
week.
scouts
Yeah.
Oh.
then I got, and then so it's quite a broad business. So I've got the camp that's all set up there, and then we would run little sort of mini expeditions here. Then we do like foreign stuff as well. So I've got like the
Foreign students come over, or go foreign. You mean?
I take, like, say yourself, if you want to go to the Himalayas, I'd take groups to the
Oh,
Himalayas.
God, yeah.
Qualified.
Ben, funny enough, he done some dog sledding thing in Norway.
Yeah,
up
we
the
were
Arctic
in
Circle.
Sweden, weren't we? Yeah.
He had a great time. Yeah, great time.
Brilliant, love it.
I have friends in Canada, and they have been trying to get us over this. I don't know for how long. They're based in Milton, just outside of Ontario, or in Ontario, just outside of Milton. And I follow a guy on. You probably know Joe Rob and it.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
Joe,
yeah.
he's quite good. Yeah.
Joe's good. Yeah, well, they know his family. Blah blah. Well, I know his butcher. Something like that. Some connection anyway. She says, "Oh, you have to come over. We'll take you up in the winter. We'll drive 15 hours north into Bear Country, and you can
Yeah.
pitch your little
I've
teepee.
done that. Yeah. I've taken some little expeditions. there,
Minus
but
25 and 35 degrees centigrade. See how you cope.
was,
Should be alright.
When was I? I was in Nova Scotia and went into Bear and sort of wolf country there, and then I don't think there's wolves so much. I think there's more like coyotes and that there.
They have a lot of coyotes where they are. I
Yeah.
hear them howling every night. If I'm on Messenger Live with her, you know, you can hear them sometimes. She's like, "Will you hear? Will you hear?" It's
we
great. I said, "Okay, I'm coming."
I was, but yeah, I take people like all over. Like I take groups to the Himalayas every year, up to some really high places. I've been like to Antarctica.
Oh, jeez,
That
you are the real deal.
Yeah. When I was there,
we just play at it.
when I was in the Antarctica, what was it minus 47? wasn't it?
Holy! How did you cope with that?
Well, I was
Even with gear, is it still not a bit formidable?
yeah, and I was with like a cold weather unit with the Navy, and so it's like, but you know, you could dig, like they would dig snow holes and we'd sleep in them and that as well. But then we had those tents like you've got, but like the
Yeah.
old-fashioned ones.
Yes, canvasy type ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they would sleep 8, and then you'd sleep in like clockwork in there. But what we tend to do, we'd have a little gas stove in there as well.
That sounds awesome. Funny enough, a lot of kit. Now Ben, he goes into a lot of branded stuff like your Montaigne and your Fall Raven and all this
Yeah.
sort of thing, which is fair enough. It's great kit to do that myself. But Army surplus,
I know.
yeah, you can get some really good.
I
A
don't-
quarter of the high street price, you
I
know.
don't agree with the prices.
No, I agree with you there.
I really don't. There's a lot of brands I've sort of been looking into. A couple of German brands, wasn't it, that you can get very cheap, and they rhyme. The Scandinavian brands are going at their ridiculous money. Now they're
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
but the price isn't justified, I don't think.
No, I don't think it is.
We was in Fjällräven in Sweden. What was that wallet? It was like 50 quid for a wallet.
Made out of
You
some
know.
sort of a pedigree reindeer hide or something, some
you-
nonsense like that.
There's really good German brands out there where, you know, the trousers, they have the same sort of quality as the £150 trousers
Yeah, yeah.
of Fjällräven. Probably even better. They're like triple stitch and that, and they're like 60. You know, so Engelbert Strauss, they're called. They're very, very good.
That site online, is it Military First or Military Plus or something like
Very
that?
good. Military Mart.
Military Mar, that's the
Yeah.
one, that's the one, yeah. They had these Arctic tents for sale, 4-man Arctic tents. That's what they were described as, but they're not
Yeah.
sold out. They're always sold out. They never seem to get them back in
I
again.
know. I used to
But
buy
ridiculously
the old
cheap
German
price.
Army canvas tops.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
you come to my site, you'll
Yeah.
the teepee it's not like a bought teepee. I made it myself out of parachute.
Oh,
So
cool,
you'll
yeah.
see it's all home. Like it's not like a bought set. It's just a permanent setup. You know. So it's made to like the Native American style, which is
That is awesome, Rob. I'm
Yeah.
definitely going to
there's-
take you up on that,
It's
yeah.
all like, because even if you want to, like, if you get in touch and say, look, you know, can I camp over and we'll do a camp out? I'll
Yeah.
see if I can get Davey in. He'd be an interesting guy too. He's a local knife maker, but he makes the top notch rock
jeez.
knives. If you ever come
That's
across-
something I need, is a good bushcraft
Yeah.
knife. And there's a guy on that Wiltshire man I was telling you about earlier.
like, something like that.
Oh yeah,
That's Norwegian.
that's perfect, yeah.
These
Yeah.
are all, everyone's unique that they make,
Yeah.
because it's all still handmade. I don't think that was that dear. I think
I got that one of those Mora knives, and
they're brilliant.
they're not bad. They're not bad at all, you
Yeah.
know. And I have this probably not legal, but it's a bloody sword, like, you know,
Yeah.
that I use just to, I don't know, scare people, I suppose, you know.
Well, there's a really good. If you are looking at a knife, the best site that I've come across is a site called Henny Haynes.
Henny
Haynes.
hands.
Because literally, their knives, the range runs from probably about £6 to £4,000.
Jeez.
That's the range.
Seriously?
How broad it is, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But for probably, you know, anything between 30 to 80 quid, you'll get a really, really good,
Good knife.
yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds awesome. Rob, well, I'm seriously going to take you up on that there.
Yeah.
And I'm going to leave you in peace and quiet at your
Oh.
camp here, which is absolutely amazing. Very cosy here. I thought
It
that
is.
we were cosy. You are cosy. And we'll get back to the red wine and whiskey. Listen, enjoy the rest of your night, folks.
Okay,
All
it's
right.
great-
Take care.
Thanks for the wood.
Rob,
as well.
talk to you soon.
Yeah,
No bother.
I'll see you soon.
Bye bye now. Can't actually get over the amount of heat that comes out. I'm sitting here in a t-shirt instead of my mid layers, my outer layers. Absolutely roasting. In the morning when we're doing breakfast, I'll give you another run around the tent, let you see what it's like in the morning light. With the fire lit, it's a bit dark. It's dark to be filming tonight, but such a nice ambience. The tilly's going. There's a gentle breeze rolling off the Mournes, and the wood stove roaring away. Ben's having a little maybe funny fit here now.
Oh dear. Might be a lighthouse.
What's that?
It might be a lighthouse,
Oh, this lightning you're seeing?
but it's not consistent with a lighthouse.
I think you should go to Specsavers, mate. I think I've got some sort of strange form of retina obscura.
There is lights in the sky.
Lights in the sky. It could be those aliens again. I'm telling you, they're very common right here. So remember the last year was the year before we were abducted and probed. Remember that? How would you forget it? Jesus, that was weird, wasn't it? Nobody believed. Did anybody believe you?
The worst thing was it didn't offer any fun.
Oh, there goes their bed. Worst white what?
The worst thing about it was that they didn't offer you any Vaseline.
Yeah, exactly. It was a dry probe. Jesus.
No, it's not a lighthouse.
I don't think there's not many lighthouses in the Mournes.
Kilkeel, you have one?
That's behind us. No, Kilkeel's way over that way.
Right. I mean, this thing's fucking. You need to come out here and see this.
I'll get it on the time lapse, will I? If it's consistent, like it should. It's in Delmo's Fire, maybe. It's probably just aliens again. I tell you, you know, they've probed us before, so they know like we're. This couple in the forest here, I'd be worried about maybe. Should we warn them?
Spoil the fun.
Yeah, well. Just make sure there's plenty of Vaseline. Oh, you would know the drink's in. There's something very calming about looking at a fire, smelling the logs burning. You don't think so?
I can't see it.
So if anybody actually watches these videos rather than skip through them and whatever, but well, there's one boy does consistently. That's Dave from Welsh Bio. Another shout out to you, my man. There was one video I think was rambling under the hollies here or something out there, and he made a comment to the effect that it was like sitting listening to an old friend in a pub or something, you know, out there. And I know where he comes from because I enjoy listening to other people rambling sometimes, you know, rambling away. Well, just to give you a wee insight where we are, Dave, Welsh Bio. We're at the heart of the Mourne Mountains, in a forest just before the main drag up into the High Mournes. We would be known as one in the Low Mournes. It's a bit of a trek to get there with the gear we brought with us. We're actually glamping. Well, we are. We're not really glamping because it was torture getting all the gear here. But we're here. We're relaxed, and we have set up, and we're just enjoying the ambience of it all. The clouds are rolling away, and the stars are coming out. It's starting to freeze now, actually, so it is. So even more need for the fire to keep us nice and warm during the night. But yeah, I mean, if it's wild camping something you're interested in, and not just for yourself, Welsh Bio, but anybody who's thinking of getting into it and trolling videos and having a wee look and this, that and the other, it's actually very good fun. It's just nice to get away out from it all and just under the stars and relax and be self-sufficient. And I mean, as you seen earlier, you don't have to eat boil in the bags or pot noodles, you know, or bags of crisps, you know. You can. Well, Ben's culinary expertise, you know, ensures we usually have a really nice evening meal, usually involving steak and some nice wholehearted vegetables and stuff we got there, but always very nice. And wash that down with a few beers and a few glasses of wine and a few whiskey nightcaps, and It's hard to beat, mate. What would you say? Hard to beat.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, Ben says. Ben's looking for the UFOs again. I think you want anally probed again, do you?
I wouldn't.
Did you enjoy it? I was absolutely.
I brought my own Vaseline this time just in case.
Yeah. Come on, forward focus, forward focus. I was traumatized, mate. I was absolutely traumatized by the whole thing.
I don't know why this is a lighthouse or.
There's not any lighthouses in the Mourne Mountains, mate. What's
Earlier
over that direction? What's that's Hilltown over there, isn't
on-
it?
Well, Kilkeel's down that way.
Kilkeel
Where's it coming
is more behind you.
No, Kilkeel's that way.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Castles and Castle Wellens.
yeah. You're right.
It was like a.
Is it just flashes in the sky? Is it like
I
lightning?
shouldn't have really fucking took them massive things before I come up here. Like.
No, they're bad for you. This tent will turn into a big giant mushroom. Right, I think enough of that silliness. As I said earlier, fine Ben. Big Ben. That goes after the big clock. Big Ben. Right. Only joking. Are you decent? As promised. Bacon egg sausage. Soda wrapped in a.
Thank you.
Morning, Charlie. Morning, Charlie. I was Goes out like a light. T-shirt and shorts.
There goes the jealousy.
Good Charlie. Daytime. All right, enjoy that. Oscar. Look cool for the camera. Well folks, that's another one over. Thanks very much for watching. See you on the next one. Look after yourselves. Bye bye.